with the first pick in the 2012 NBA draft, the New Orleans Hornets select Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. He's been incredible. Alley-oop to Davis. Davis taking on Jokic. A couple of side steps.
This guy, he's stronger than you think.
People talking about never in this moment, pressure. I want to take those shots. I want those shots.
Historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers.
To hear that horn go off and we NBA champions, it's just a real feeling.
This is why we work.
How did a 6'2" guard turn into one of the best players in the NBA? A champion, a future Hall of Famer. Anthony Davis is a superstar capable of putting up video game-like stats. One of, if not the best defender of his generation. But how did he get here? How does he go from this, a skinny guy with goggles, to the #1 overall pick? Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Josh, and I make basketball videos. Subscribe to the channel if you want more basketball commentary like this. I'm also not just a basketball fan, but I'm a man of faith, so I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys with the scripture. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 22. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. I believe this highlights the importance of seeking counsel and input from others before making important decisions. With that said, let's get into the video. What if I told you a 6'2" guard that was known as the little guy to shoot threes for his high school team turned into a force to be reckoned with on offense and defense in the NBA? Anthony Davis' story starts at Perspectives Charter School located in Chicago. Perspectives Charter School operates as a math and science academy. It has a strong academic reputation but minimal athletic success. The school had no gymnasium and Davis' middle school team had to practice at a nearby church. Anthony Davis stood at about 6'2" his sophomore year of high school and sprouted up to 6'11" his junior year. This same year, Davis' family considered him transferring to more of a powerhouse school, but Hyde Park Career Academy head coach Donnie Kursky advised against it. He said, "If you're good enough, they will find you wherever you are." And he was eventually right. His team finished the season only 8-15, and Davis still remained pretty unnoticed. However, all that changed his senior year, where he evened out at about 6'11". His team still only finished the season 6-1-9. However, Davis individually put up monster stats of 32 points, 22 rebounds, and 7 blocks per game. Yeah, you heard that correctly, 7 blocks per game. Davis later committed to the University of Kentucky. Davis recently was a guest on the Backyard podcast with LA Lakers teammate D'Angelo Russell. During the interviews, Davis talked about his recruitment and said he actually verbally committed to Ohio State before making the decision to Kentucky. Davis said that his admiration for LeBron James, now his teammate in Los Angeles, that led to him choosing Ohio State. He said, "I was a huge LeBron James fan growing up. I had all his shoes. I wore 23, all that. Like Bron is him, right? It drew me to want to play for Ohio State. Obviously, he never been there, but I always knew he supported Ohio State. That Matter was the coach at the time. I told him, yo, I'm committing. I'm verbally committed to Ohio State." But his dad insisted they take a visit to Kentucky, just off the heels of the super team and head coach John Calipari's first year. With the likes of John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and Eric Bledsoe, Davis went on the visit. After the visit, Davis says, "So I'm sitting in Cal's office, he's going through all his stuff, and I was like, once I left Kentucky, he told me you're not guaranteed starting here, and you come and earn your spot. And I was thinking, that's what kind of triggered it. Okay, yeah, nothing's given to me. So now I'm going to sit home really nice and able to be on the floor with these guys." After watching a couple practices and thinking about it on the way home from the visit, Davis flipped to Kentucky. Davis verbally committed to Kentucky on August 13, 2010, choosing it over DePaul, Ohio State, and Syracuse. On August 24, 2010, he became the #1 rated player in the national class of 2011 at Scout.com. With Davis' outstanding senior year, he was named McDonald's All-American for the 2011 year, where he played with the likes of Bradley Beal, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Carter-Williams, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Ken Burch, Austin Rivers, and Quinn Cook. Davis was able to put up 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks to showcase his versatility as a lob threat, showing he could run the floor and defend at an elite level. Anthony Davis had a freshman season in college where he would play and start all 40 of his games with a record of 38-2, averaging 14 points, 10 rebounds, and leading the nation with nearly 5 blocks per game. Davis went on to lead his Wildcats to the national championship game where they would go on to play Kansas. Davis was having one of his worst games scoring-wise and was struggling to find his shot. With that said, Davis's Wildcats were still able to manage a 14-point lead at halftime. This is when Davis knew he had to address his struggles with the team at the half. Davis went on to say, "Look guys, I can't make a shot tonight. You guys go out there and score. I'm going to defend and rebound and we're going to win this game." And that's exactly what the Wildcats went on to do. The Wildcats went on and won the championship 67-59. Davis put on an absolute defensive masterclass, showing his impact beyond just scoring points. Davis ended the game with 6 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 blocks, 3 steals, and won the Final Four Most Outstanding Player award, setting a record for the fewest points scored in a championship game while winning the award. This just shows you that a guy can score only a few points and still dominate the game. Davis is drafted number 1 overall to the New Orleans Hornets, now known as the New Orleans Pelicans. Shortly after the draft, Davis was invited to the Team USA basketball roster for the 2012 London Olympics. Team USA was looking to repeat as gold medalists, so this year they had names like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and Carmelo Anthony. However, the team is known to sometimes have a player right out of college on the roster. This said player typically doesn't play unless it's garbage time, and is usually there to practice and learn from NBA veterans. So Davis had an opportunity fresh out of Kentucky to learn from the NBA's best on how to prep for a game and how to be a professional. Fast forward, Team USA wins the gold medal game versus Spain 107-100, and Davis is able to add a gold medal to his resume early on. Fast forward again, Davis got another gold medal in the recent 2024 Paris Olympics, playing a big role this time around, defeating France in the gold medal game 98-87. On a side note, there is a cool Kobe story Anthony Davis has talked about that happened during the 2012 Olympics. This game, Team USA was up by more than 50 points versus Nigeria, so the coach was getting ready to check Davis in the game. Davis starts taking his warm-up shirt off and notices he forgot to wear his jersey underneath. It's just a white t-shirt. Davis creeps back to the bench, and as his coach asks him what he's doing, Davis whispers to him so the other players don't hear and says, "Coach, I forgot my jersey." As he sits on the bench, Kobe asks him why he's not checking in the game, and that this is his time to shine. Davis tells Kobe, "Man, I forgot my jersey," and they both have a moment and laugh. Davis has a superstar level run in his 7-year tenure with the New Orleans Pelicans, putting up monster numbers, averaging 24 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. No one has ever questioned Davis's ability, but even with his individual success, he lacked playoff success, with a lot of it being out of his control due to other teams such as the Golden State Warriors being in his conference. After the 2018-2019 season, Davis forces his way to be traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for the 2019-2020 year, where LeBron James was already on the team. The Lakers team was put together to win the NBA championship this year, which is exactly what Davis wanted to do. Davis averaged 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks per game this year, making All-NBA First Team and finishing second in Defensive Player of the Year award this year. The Lakers went on to win the 2020 NBA championship, with LeBron James winning the Finals MVP. There was a lot of pushback for this championship since this was during the quarantine lockdown, where players had to play at a Disney resort with no fans in attendance. To me, a championship is a championship. Everyone had equal ground and had the equal opportunity to win this, so to me it counts. And no, it's not because I just went to go see them play recently. In the end, you can't deny that Anthony Davis is one of the best players we've ever seen play, and a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he decides to hang it up. I mean, the guy has won at every level, from college to the Olympics to the NBA, making him only 1 out of 8 players to ever do that. Basketball is all about the journey, the ups, the downs, the winning, the losing, the injuries, the games you feel like you can't miss, and the games that you feel like you can't make a bucket. It's all a part of it. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.